Okay, we are now diving into our unit on the cell cycle and mitosis. We are going to focus on the idea of cell division and replacing or repairing cells after they have died or have been damaged. So, this unit is going to focus on the idea of like how organisms grow and develop and how they grow and reproduce and die. So, we're going to focus on everyone's favorite using a model to illustrate the role of cell division, which is mitosis, and differentiation in producing and maintaining complex organisms. So, we're going to be looking at these things throughout this unit. And then we'll also come back to this a little bit later when we talk about meiosis. So, that'll be a little bit later in our genetics unit. So we're going to start with chromosomes, and then we're going to move on to the cell cycle too, and mitosis, and then we'll do a little bit about cancer as well. All these are very important for you as a human to understand how your body functions. So chromosomes are we skipped. It's going all over the place. Chromosomes are basically supercoiled DNA wrapped around proteins. So basically, your chromosomes are just your DNA packed up really tight into a portable container. So they look like rod like structures. This is a diagram, and this is an actual electron micrograph of what a chromosome looks like. They're rod like structures, they're in the shape of an elongated X, and they appear darker in the nucleus during the process of mitosis. Normally, your DNA is unwound like spaghetti in your nucleus. It's only in this chromosome form when you are getting ready to go through mitosis. So, chromosomes are formed through DNA wrapping tightly around proteins called histones. So, here's your DNA. Your DNA coils around these proteins, and then they coil even tighter. So, they continue to twist up to produce this structure of a chromosome. If you take AP Bio, you'll learn more about chromosomal structure and how they're formed, but that is what you need to know is DNA wrapping around proteins. That's the focus. In your DNA, you have what we call homologous chromosomes. So you have chromosomes that you get from your mom and then chromosomes that you get from your dad. So maternal chromosomes are from your mom and paternal chromosomes are from your dad. So you have 46 chromosomes. 23 of those chromosomes came from your mom, 23 of those chromosomes came from your dad. Homologous chromosomes are the same size, they're the same shape, and they carry the same genes for the same traits. They carry genes for the same traits, not the same genes. For example, I got a green eye gene from my mom and a blue eye gene from my dad, so I have green eyes. My son got a blue eye gene from me and a blue eye gene from my husband, so he has blue eyes. So even though it's an eye color gene, the coding for that gene doesn't necessarily have to be the same. So that's why you might have two parents with brown eyes, but their kid has blue eyes. Or us, my husband has brown eyes, I have green eyes, Cullen has blue eyes, my daughter has brown eyes. So it's just depends on which copies of those chromosomes, which copies of those genes you get from your parents. So you get one copy from mom and one copy from dad. And then that's what you have normally in your cells. Then during DNA replication, you make a copy of those chromosomes so that you can send those chromosomes to your new cells. Okay. So homologous chromosomes, same size, same shape, and they carry the genes for the same traits. So eye color gene, hair color gene are all on the same chromosomes. This is what another microscope, a different type of microscope looks like. I know it looks like poop. It's not poop. So there's two types of chromosomes that you need to know about. This is very important as well. Autosomes are all the chromosomes that don't determine the sex of an organism. You have 22 pairs of those, 44 total. In You also have sex chromosomes, which determine the sex of an organism, right? So you have one pair of those, two total chromosomes. Males have an X and a Y, so one X chromosome, one Y chromosome, and females have an X and an X. In a normal cell, and there's a box missing here, I don't know why. In a normal cell, your cells are diploid, meaning they have two copies of every chromosome. They have the homologous chromosomes, right? In a haploid cell, which we'll talk about later, there's half the number of chromosomes. So right now we're only talking about diploid chromosomes. So in your cells, you have 22 pairs of autosomes and one pair of sex chromosomes, or 44 total chromosomes and 44 total autosomes and two total sex chromosomes. Okay. So 46 total in your cells. So a diploid is two sets of chromosomes, 46 chromosomes total in humans. So what we just talked about. And haploid is cells with one set of chromosomes, and that's only in your reproductive cells. So only in sperm and egg do you have those chromosome numbers. All the rest of your cells, your brain cells, liver cells, lung cells, heart cells, skin cells, muscle cells, they all have 46 chromosomes. Your sperm or your egg cells, because you only have one or the other, those have 23 chromosomes. Okay, so half the number. So 23. All right, that is it for chromosome numbers. I hope that you learned a little bit today. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later.